Here is an explanation for the answer to final exam, question number 77, in Alternative Energy Demystified, 2nd edition. If you have the printed book, please see page 327. We're talking about materials with thermal mass characteristics. All of the following have good thermal mass characteristics. That means they can hold heat energy for a long time, except for one, which can't. Which one is the culprit here? Which one is the deficient one? Brick, adobe, concrete, wood, or granite? Well, materials with high thermal mass characteristics or excellent thermal mass characteristics generally are the same types of things that are hefty. They have a lot of density. They have a lot of mass, physical mass, per unit volume. So brick, adobe, concrete, and granite all do, but wood doesn't. And wood is, in fact, the answer to this question. Wood doesn't retain heat very well. The others do. So if you shine the sunlight on granite, concrete, adobe, or brick and let any one of those four materials heat up in the sun, they'll tend to remain warm for a while after the sun goes away. But wood, not so much. You've probably noticed that. In fact, wood is a pretty good insulator. And insulating substances generally have poor thermal mass characteristics. Well, what would we want a material with a lot of thermal mass for, besides the stones in the sauna that you may have experienced? That's why they use stones instead of pieces of wood. You try to use firewood instead of stones in your sauna, and you're not going to get very good results. You could use brick, though, and conceivably you could use adobe or concrete. Granite, that's a kind of a popular stone for sauna rocks. I'm not sure which is the most popular, though, technically. Anyway, let's take a look at an application of thermal mass. Here's a house, glass window in the roof. Better not be in a hail zone like where I live, unless you want to have some pretty special covering over that glass, like plexiglass or something to protect it. Of course, if it snows a lot, that glass window will get covered up and kind of defeat the purpose too. But here it's a sunny day. The sun is shining in. Preferably this direction here towards the right is towards the equator. That would be south in the northern hemisphere and north in the southern hemisphere, so that you get the optimum amount of sun shining in. It heats up that attic to quite a high temperature. And in addition to that, the visible light in the shortwave infrared can pass through this glass easily, but long wave can't. That's why the air in the attic will get hot. In addition to the air in the attic getting hot, particularly if you paint all of these interior surfaces black to absorb the energy from the visible light in shortwave infrared producing long wave infrared, you've seen that in another exam question explanation, I believe, in these videos. Anyway, this air will get hot, and in addition, this radiation will heat up this thermal mass. Suppose it's a big slab of concrete. You better have sturdy walls in the house to hold up that concrete. Then you can perhaps paint the ceiling black in your house if you like black ceilings. I don't know, that's kind of funky. That'd be kind of a neat way to go. Black ceiling, that would help to radiate the long wave infrared out into the interior of the house. So supposing it's wintertime in Wyoming, where it can get very cold but is sunny much of the time anyway, you'll get some good house heating this way without having to have that sunlight shining right in the window and fading all your furniture and carpet. These long wave infrared rays will continue to radiate even after the sun goes away. So we take away this sun, so gradually taking it away, gradually taking it away. Now it's gone. So there's no more sun. It's nighttime or it's cloudy. Now the long wave infrared still can't get out this glass window, and the thermal mass has held the heat energy. So for a while, quite a while, if it's a good thermal mass, will continue to radiate that long wave energy into your living space, and you will stay warm even at night or on a cloudy day for a while, until, of course, this thermal mass loses its heat energy. And the flip side of this, of course, is that once you get this thermal mass cold, it takes a lot of energy to heat it back up again. It's thermal inertia might be a good characteristic to call this. Thermal mass or thermal inertia. Like the water in the swimming pool, it takes a long time to heat up, but then it stays warm for a while afterwards. So once again, the correct choice for this particular question is choice D. Wood would not work very well in a thermal mass application like that. Concrete, brick, adobe, granite, if you can afford it, those would all work well.